Yes, yes, fight fans, body and mind, sports, my people. You are fully appreciated in this round, my guys, my people. So, yeah, the WBO and Alexander Usyk, my guys, my people. Um, they are on Usyk's neck, boy. They're not letting go. They're not gonna let go, and I don't blame them. But look, let's get right into it. Here's the story, right? The WBO, they have now ordered that Alexander Usyk provide medical evidence to the extent of his injuries, as well as a timeline, a recovery timeline. So that is when he could be returning to the ring. They want to know, my guys, my people. Otherwise, he stands to be stripped. He stands to be stripped, my guys, my people. That is the order to Usyk, my guys. Usyk, who currently can't fight, he can't go into negotiations to make a fight deal with his WBO mandatory Joseph Parker, who has been ordered to fight, simply because he claims he has back injuries, my guys, my people, and currently has been granted 30 days extension to negotiate a deal with Parker. You know, he's been granted 30 days, my guys, my people, after the first 30-day window to negotiate a deal had expired. So he's been granted 30 days, another 30 days. Usyk originally requested an extension of 90 days. You know, so that is 3 months, rather too much for him to recover before even to think of you know, starting negotiations with Parker. Put Parker right on the back burner, boy. Right on the back burner. So yeah, it's just not consistent with what we're seeing online right now, though. It is just not consistent with what we're seeing online right now. Also claiming back injuries when online there's video footage of the man parading, raving away Ukrainian style, my guys, my people. Usyk, who loves to dance, looks like he's enjoying himself, my guys. You know, yeah, it looked like he had a bit of the as well, you know. So yeah. Um so he's allowed to enjoy himself. He's allowed to enjoy himself, the fruits of his labor. He's done a hell of a lot to enjoy it, and we all know what he's done, my guys. You know, but that has caused a bit of a stir because it is not consistent with the current situation where he's claiming that he has a back injury, my guys, my people. David Higgins, absolutely flabbergasted, my guys, my people. David Higgins, Parker's manager, absolutely flabbergasted that a man that claims to have severe back injuries is able to indulge in such rigorous, excited dancing. So as the reports claim, right? So it's not consistent, and I respect the stance that the WBO is taking. Despite that, the sanctioning bodies themselves are notoriously not consistent in ordering mandatories, right? Depending on who has the title, right? We all know of the stories, right? But still, I respect their stance on this one. I purely do, because I just don't think Usyk has a back injury. If at all, Usyk, he wants to fight Joseph Parker, he's not going to fight him within the year. That is clear. Usyk, who normally takes off between what, an average 7 months in between fights, he's not going to come back until around January in any case. So he stands to be stripped anyway. He stands to be stripped anyway. Why hold on to the title? So why hold on to the title? Just relinquish the title. Usyk, at this point of his career, he is bigger than titles. He is legend. He's legend, right? And not only is he the undisputed champion, but he's the people's champion, the people's chosen champion. Usyk can't step a foot wrong in the people's eyes. Very, very hard to criticize, even though I have criticized him in the past concerning something to do with him attaching Ukraine to. But that's another story, my guys. I've criticized him in the past, and I'm going to criticize him for this one. Let go of the title. You don't need it. You don't need it. Either fight your mandatory as ordered in Parker, or relinquish the title, my guys, my people. No need to hold on to it. Yes, he deserves a rest. By all means, rest. But you don't need to hold on and delay other fighters' careers and their decision making. You don't need to do that. I don't see why they don't just put the title on the line for Joseph Parker and Fabio Woodley to fight for the title. Why not just put the title on the line for them to fight for the title? Yeah, they are scheduled to fight already on the 25th of October at the O2 Arena, my guys, my people. London's O2 Arena, and as we speak, this fight already very close to being finalized. So do expect for it to be announced very soon, my guys, my people. Yeah, I can assure you this fight here not only going to be one for the fans to remember in time to come, because this is a great matchup, by no stretch of the imagination. This is a great matchup, right? But also it's a short arena filler, so it will fill the arena, my guys, my people. Let's get it. Can't wait. Really can't wait. Which brings me to say that there are opportunities here for both fighters. Not so much for Parker, because he has been here before. He has been WBO champion before. As for Woodley, he's never been here. This is foreign territory. This is the stuff of dreams, my guys, my people. But I can see how this fight here is going to be billed as the battle of the interim champions, with, of course, Parker, the WBO interim, and Fabio, the WBA interim. So if Fabio miraculously is to beat Joseph Parker, then, well, he becomes the WBO interim champion. That is if they don't fight for the full title, right? However, it's not going to be quite the same for Parker, meaning that he would not be mandatory to Usyk, simply because Fabio is, his interimship is to the WBA regular title holder in Kubrat Pulev, and Pulev is the interim to Usyk. So he's mandatory to Usyk. Pulev is scheduled to fight on the 4th of October against Michael Hunter. So you can see, if Michael Hunter and Pulev happens, because there's some politics around that fight concerning Don King, we're not going to go into that. But yeah, if Parker beats Woodley, he doesn't exactly get to lock Usyk in as his mandatory under another sanctioning body, because he will be mandatory to the winner of Pulev and Hunter, my guys, my people. So there's really not much in it for him, except that it is the biggest fight that can be made, that offers him a cushion, quite a good enough safety net, where you can be confident enough that he's the firm favorite in this. Skill wise, right, and in terms of experience. So yeah, but but there's still a risk. What is Parker to do? He has to be active. And I think what truly defines Fabio's career so far is career that has just been a while for a short time. So far, only for a short time, but look where he is now. But what truly defines it is his performance with Justice Rooney, where he was truly beaten in that fight, just to say the least. Only to come up with that dreamer of a shot in the 10th round, I believe in the last round. Well, anyway, he took out Justice Rooney with that dreamer of a shot, my guys, my people. And, you know, so he's had to go through adversity, take risks to get to where he is now. Going past fighters who on paper and on the night, maybe with Rooney at least, he has been totally overmatched. Fabio has been totally overmatched. It was supposed to be the same case with Fraser Clark. Not only did he draw with Clark the first fight, but he stopped the former Olympian in just 1 round in their rematch. So Fabio has really had to, you know, get it right from bottom up, right from the bottom. He's coming from the basement. White collar boxing, no amateur experience. Now white collar is simply dragging 2 people off the street and saying, "Here, fight." That is what Fabio Wardy comes from. That is what he's made of, right? And so far, it's working out because he's learning fast as he's going along. He's learning fast, you know. So yeah, his career has been nothing but the stuff of fairy tales, you know. But maybe could he have maybe taken a step too far with Joseph Parker? Because I think so. I think so. Parker is no Justice Rooney. Justice Rooney, don't get me wrong, very, very versatile, very well skilled, my guys, my people. Just as skilled as Parker, I would say. When it comes to your hand game, your footwork, Rooney is absolutely exquisite. But skill is subjective, right? And there are little things that Parker does, you know, that would make me say that he's more skillful than Rooney, because he has greater awareness and anticipation of shots, and that is very crucial. That is very, very crucial. Great footwork, good timing, all of that good stuff, my guys, my people. Got fast hands, not as fast as Rooney, but he's fast enough. He's fast enough. Got a better chin. Parker, who got dropped, I believe, 3 or 2 times against Zhang and came back to win the fight. If that's not testament that you got a good chin, I don't know, my guys. Because Zhang, when he hits you, he does to you what he did to Deontay Wilder. Let's put it that way. Right, so he's got a great chin, Joseph Parker. He's also got power. Look what he did to Bacoli in the 2nd round of their fight. He's got power. So Wardley has way more to contend with. He has taken a huge step here, my guys. A massive step. And I hope it pays off. Really, I don't mind. I don't care who wins. You know, he has taken a big step. And I think Parker might beat him. It might beat him, my guys, my people. But this is a great fight. Both fan-friendly names. Parker from New Zealand, well adopted into this country now. Got a great fan following. And Fabio got his Ipswich fans that follow him everywhere. And he's well loved all over the UK as well. So this is going to be a banger. A great fight, my guys, my people. So will Fabio be able to recreate the stuff of dreams? Another fairy tale? Or will Parker punish him for his audacity? Well, that stands to be seen. October 25th will just be a Queensberry Promotions card. I don't think Turkey will be involved in this, but he doesn't have to. Queensberry Promotions is very capable of putting on their own fights, their own fights. Thank you. Yeah, but this will be a second opportunity for them and Fabio to do it again. The first did it in Fabio's debut, his debut headliner at Portman Road, attracting 30,000 fans, my guys, my people. So Fabio is a definite fan attraction, my guys, my people. Can he fulfill the stuff of dreams again once more? I give him a very slim chance. And I don't mean to put a damper on anybody who has another outlook, my guys, my people. But let's get this fight. Absolute great matchup. With that said, let's move on to the cruiserweight division. IBF champion Opetaia, my guys. Turkey Al Sheikh wants him to go up to heavyweight and face IBF number 2 in Derek Chisora, my guys, my people. Now, the plan hatched by Eddie Hearn and Matchroom is for Jai to absolutely remain at cruiserweight and unify all titles and become undisputed before moving up to heavy. But that is a very, very hard proposition to accomplish right now, because Jai, although we talk a lot about him, my guys, my people, he is finding it hard to land this fight with any of the champions in his division. He's finding it hard to unify. And I think that may be down to that he carries way more risk than reward, you know, on the risk reward scale, you know, and he's scaring them off away. Regardless, even if he wanted to unify and he could make that fight, not that if he wanted, even if he could make those fights, the WBC champion Badou Jack is you know, looking to have a rematch with McCallion, the man he won that title from, after a very controversial decision win to Jack, my guys, my people. So that is going to happen at some point. So he can't fight Jack next. I mean, he can't fight Jai next. And then Jai, the fight we really want, the unification we really want, is between him and the WBA, WBO unified champion Zurdo Ramirez. Zurdo Ramirez, my guys, my people. And that has also been affected because Ramirez is currently injured and recovering from successful surgery. You know, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, you know. At first, I did question. I did question, my guys. But, you know, his last fight against Dodicus, man, that title defense, he ate some hellacious shots that made me say, this Zurdo guy is made of something else. Absolute granite chin. Absolute granite. And that's the main reason why I think he beats Jai. I ain't gonna lie. Aside from the skills department, I think he fights more safe than Jai. You know, yeah. But there we are, my guys, my people. So Jai can't wait around. He can't wait around. He's got to do something. You know, fight is mandatory, I guess, in Cinkara. And that is exactly what they're doing. They are going to be fighting Cinkara next. The ordered fight was supposed to go into purse bids today, but both Cinkara and Opetaia have agreed a deal. They will be fighting in Australia, the Gold Coast region of Australia, my guys, my people. Yeah, and then Jai, should he pass Cinkara, which I expect he does, he will be remaining at cruiserweight to chase the rest of the titles, my guys, my people. Hopefully successful a second time round. Who knows how many times he's been around, my guys, my people, chasing these titles. Dear Lord, my guys, he must be tired by now. But look, yeah, they have avoided purse bids for this fight. So had they not been able to land a fight, does that mean that they would have most definitely gone up to heavyweight to fight Derek Chisora? The IBF, they would have put Jai there at number 3 behind Derek Chisora, who's number 2. The number 1 is vacant. So if Jai beats Chisora, he becomes mandatory to Usyk. Wow. Wow. And that is the dream fight that he has always wanted, by the way. But from there going forward, it would have been swim or sink for Jai, because this ain't the cruiserweight. The heavyweight division, sharks, my guys, my people. Just to say the least, my guys. my people. Chisora anyway wouldn't have taken this fight. Chisora would turn down 2 million to fight Itama. Definitely for his 50th and final bout in the sport. For him to take the beating that would ensue at the hands of Opetaia, he would have needed a boatload of money from Turkey. Trust me, my guys, but that wouldn't have to happen, you know, because Jai is fighting Cinkara next, 40-year-old mandatory challenger from Germany, 23 wins, 0 losses, 19 via KO. So he is undefeated. As for Jai, we all know, 30 years old, 28 wins, 0 losses, 22 via KO, my guys, my people, for the phenomenal talent Jai Opetaia, my guys, my people. He is fighting Cinkara next, my guys, my people. Now, let's move on. We have Subriel Matias supposed to be defending his WBC junior welterweight strap against #1 contender in Dalton Smith, my guys, my people. Supposed to take place in the November stat card to be headlined by Benavidez and Yard, my guys, my people. That fight, Turkey just couldn't you know, come to terms in negotiations with Matias. Now I wonder what could have got in the way. I wonder what could have got in the way. Although I would have to say, very similar to Zerdo's situation, Matias and Puello, damn, Puello, the former WBC champion who lost the title to Matias, their fight, yeah, I think Subriel may be looking for some rest time, boy. For some rest time, my guys, my people. So this fight, this ordered bout, it will slide into purse bids, and of course Eddie Hearn and Matchroom will be hoping to win the purse bids, my guys, my people, because this is an amazing opportunity for Dalton Smith to become champion here, you know, and become a UK star, a star here in the UK at the very least. Way it is looking now, because of the purse bids, that does of course delay things, so we might not even get this fight this year, maybe early 2026, my guys, my people. But all I can say is Dalton definitely needs that fight, 100%, my guys, my people. And with that said, let's move on to the next one. Shakur Stevenson versus WBO Junior welterweight champion in Teofimo Lopez. They are in tight negotiations, my guys, my people, to finalize a fight between them to take place in January. Now, I really can't believe this is happening. This fight, I hope Teo ain't bluffing, because he's always calling out everybody. Called out Haney, called out Crawford. How many of them has he fought? Ryan, who else? Come on. I hope this one crosses the line, my guys, because these two fighters, arguably the best of their generation. I know Tank is there. I know Devin is there. You can't count out Devin, even though he lost to Haney, because of the PD scandal that followed, right? And Teo losing to George Kambosis, that was just such a freak accident at 135. I'm sorry to say. You know, but yeah, these two fighters in the list of probably might be the best of their generation. Shakur is moving up, so to a new division. He is going to be in Teofimo's realm, so that will give Teofimo a better chance. But if I'm to base it on style, listen, Shakur, he beats Teo. Possibly makes it easy, because Shakur's style is the exact style that Teo suffers against, and that is boxers and movers. boxers and movers. Shakur's last performance against Zepeda, he showed he can box, he can move, he can stick on the inside and still be very much effective against somebody who's a volume puncher in Zepeda, my guys, my people. So let me tell you this, my guys, against Teofimo Lopez, though, he's going to fight the way he wants to get this win, because happening at 140 in a foreign weight class where he has an opportunity to become 4 division champ. Right. So yeah, at 140 he definitely has more opportunity of landing those fights, unifying at 140. Javante Tan Davis at 130, you don't want to fight him. Marius Barrios, the WBC champion, I'm sure he wouldn't be too keen on fighting Shakur, my guys, my people. But at 140, we have Gary Antoine Russell Jr. With the WBA strap. We have Subriel Matias with the WBC, the WBO, of course, who's negotiating with Shakur. We have Teofimo Lopez and the IBF Richardson Hitchens. That's the only fight I think may be harder to make, right? Simply because they're close friends. Other than that, they both linked to Eddie Hearn. I don't see why they can't make that fight, my guys, my people, at 140. My guys, my people. But this is a great matchup. Teo versus Shakur. Hopefully they get it across the line. Let's get it, my guys, my people. And with that said, that's all I have for you people on this one, my guys, my people. Before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe, of course. Drop your comments below, my guys, my people. And as always, stay super blessed, and thank you.